The following may contain language and subject matter which is not appropriate for all audiences. What I mean is there might be some cussing, so unless you want your toddler to talk like a sailor, maybe not let him or her hear it. Welcome to the Low Fact Podcast.
I would love it toddlers would listen to our podcast. That'd be great.
You want the toddlers to
You know how they
like
say
sailors?
they put Beethoven on the babies and that makes them smarter? I would think we would make them more cynical if they listened to us.
Could be.
They would be born with a sense of ugh.
By age 5, they're just like telling everyone to just
They're
whatever. They're like, I don't believe anything.
like the government's fucked. I can't believe nothing's going to happen. Imagine a 5-year-old telling you the world is fucked.
Well, that would be kind of funny.
I think I would love it.
Anyway, this is the Low Fact Podcast. Andy, Matt, and Dave coming at you live via heavy editing. We can't do anything about the content, but the sound quality apparently sounds really good now.
It's a little different.
Trying something different today, thanks to Andy.
See if we can get it to work.
So I thought we'd start off with like a mailbag thing, because we got our first email on the Low Fact Podcast here.
All right, then. I would love to hear it.
And I will read our first email to the Low Fact Podcast. On behalf of the prosecutor of the federal, 3/4 Mr. Bleep Bleep Bleep. And there's a nice Department of Justice logo. And the subject
Yeah, the scary part is they have my name. Anyway.
is a notice of incrimination. Date of request for cooperation, 23/9/2019. Mr. Blank Blank. We made a computer entry by the anti-pedophile and anti-pervert server, and we were able to retrieve the conversation history containing vulgar remarks and a recording of your pic and the conversation of you masturbate. What you is strictly forbidden on the internet. That's a mouthful. We have all the information about your senior manager, your IP address, your phone number, knowing that you are an adult man. You are kindly requested to reply upon receipt of the email within 24 hours in order to cooperate to quell this case and stop all lawsuits and legal proceedings against you. So remove the recording of the peaks of you or we see you going to you are exhibiting to avoid any publication that might attract the attention of the press and the media on this matter. And yes, this is word for word what this says. In the absence of refusal to comply or attempt to abscond, we will make a statement to the district court in Washington to obtain a warrant of prosecution against you for predator of the net. So that you're...
That sounds like such a great movie.
It does.
I would really want to watch that.
So that your details are transmitted to the Brigade, Interpol, and FBI intervention program is closer to the home to significantly limit your ability to cross borders and allow you to stop and forcibly transfer to court to answer for your actions.
Oh man, I am screwed.
I'm telling you. Justice proposes 2 options for this offense. Option 1. You have the opportunity to participate in a trial in the High Court regarding a case in which you will be charged with perverse, predator, do net. 2 years in prison plus hard labor check mark. The hell does that mean? Option 2. You have the option to pay a $55,500 fine to stop the lawsuit and judicial proceedings against you. And then finally it says, NB, please be aware of your actions and try to adjust to avoid media attention on this case. Please let me know what your action possibilities are to remedy this business in the most short times according to the 2 options proposed by the court below. And there are no options below.
What?
All right. How would I honestly go by paying that? Like, does it give me information of where my debit card should go? Should I just respond with...
No, it doesn't even have a link or anything.
I bet they're going to want you to want us or want somebody to buy them $55,000 worth of gift cards at like Amazon or something.
There's not even a link to like provide your info.
They've already got your info. They've even see you masturbate on the net.
Predator of the net.
I know.
The scary thing is that it has my name in the reline.
Well, how hard is it to figure out your
It's
name
like
from your
Mr.
email?
Bleep Bleep, Mr. Matt Bleep.
Mr. Matt Bleep Bleep Bleep.
It's like scary.
Tell the truth. You said it, didn't you, Andy?
I have that much time to fuck with you
You
guys.
said it to like you wanted to like increase our listeners and,
I was
and
like,
get some
alright.
interesting stuff going.
These guys need an email. No one's emailing them.
Well, that it sounds like I don't know what that email is. Is that a new like Spanish prisoner or what's the other one called? Like the Nigerian prince email or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, I'm a Nigerian prince. Give me money, and I'll give you way more money back, kind of a thing. Or the ones where they fake like a sibling, and they do it to a lot of old people, and they're like, I need help in a different country. I need you to send $5,500 to me, and they like fake siblings for them.
Oh yeah, I know that stuff works too.
That shit's hilarious.
I mean, the other day,
In a horrible way.
the other day, I did get a call from the Social Security Administration.
Oh yeah? What did they say to you?
Oh, they said that my Social Security number is about to be blocked, and all kinds of criminal stuff is going on, and I need to hit 2 to.
That's gonna solve all your problems right there.
Well, I guess it'll get me
Those
to
guys
a.
have been calling me too. What the hell?
I love it.
You don't get the Social Security calls?
No, I get the ones where
You must be too young.
I get the tax return ones. You're like, oh, you have a tax return money that's untouched. It's been invested and saved. So just give us $100 and we'll give you $5,500 back. I like to keep going with them. Like, all right, what debit card do I have to give you? Like that one. Like, oh, but this I don't like that number. So let me get a new debit card and then I'll call you back.
I mean, I have seen some of those YouTube things where people are
Like
fishing the fishers.
Yeah, they keep him on the line for like 45 minutes. And he's like, wait. Let me read those numbers back to you again. Da, 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 and then like he'll change it out. And you
this,
can hear the fisher getting really annoyed, right?
Yeah, it's really kind of funny.
well, it's well deserved.
Yeah, but I don't know that I have enough time to screw with someone like that, though.
For an hour.
But they only need like one because they ask for large amounts, and when they get one dipshit, that's like $5,500 for an hour's worth of work.
I mean, I did way back when I was living in the Midwest. I did get a call for the previous number, and I guess their name was Mokwa or something, and it sounded a lot like the character Magua from Last of the Mohicans.
Oh yeah.
So when they were asking for Mr. and Mrs. Mokwa or something, I busted out the soliloquy, Magua, why do you hate the gray hair? And so then Magua was talking like Magwa's village was burned and his children put under the knife. Magua was taken as a slave by the Mohawks.
This is a tragic story.
Funnily enough, this telemarketer listened to the whole thing and said, oh, so I guess I got the wrong number. I was like, yeah.
God bless him. God fucking bless him.
I love that movie. Have you seen that?
I have not.
You haven't seen The Last of the Mohicans?
The
Come
new
on,
one, the
bro.
Daniel Day-Lewis one, which is not that new.
No, I have not seen that.
You
movie.
gotta
That's a
see
good
that
one.
movie.
Is it actually
good
worth
one.
watching?
So good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. That's not. I'll think about
Had
it.
Wes Studi. I like Wes Studi a lot. He always plays a lot of villains, but
Plays him well though.
he's a great actor.
There are guys meant to play the bad guy, and they just do it so well.
Well, he played a good bad guy. He played Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Yeah.
I know this. I'm supposed to know this story. I don't know it.
You don't know about Geronimo?
No, I just know you're supposed to say it before you like jump off a bridge, right?
Well, there's a funny story about that.
Geronimo.
Geronimo!
The whole reason that came out was I can't remember if it was a war or if it was just during training, but a bunch of paratroopers played that movie before they had to go jump somewhere. And one guy decided to yell Geronimo before he jumped off the plane. And so that's kind of what happened.
Really? That sounds like a stupid origin story.
It's as
I
with
appreciate things like that though. Like,
as with most things regarding the military, it's kind of dumb.
Geronimo was a chief that fought the Americans for a long, long time.
And he started fighting when he was old. He was in his 60s or something when he
Whoa.
started.
Someone 60 back then, still alive?
Which Indians were they?
The Apache.
The Apache. Who are the short ones, right?
They are super short.
I
And
can
scary.
understand there. Oh, well, I don't understand that. Never mind.
They are.
I understand the short part.
They're shorter than us.
Ooh, I feel better then. Oh, but they're murderers?
Dude, they are some hardcore pygmies, man.
Then they got way more confidence than me. Never mind, they win again.
But you know, Geronimo lived to a ripe old age. I guess he was.
He was
in
like
his
the
90s.
last guy to hold out, right? That was still fighting.
The last of the Chiricahua, yeah.
Still fighting the.
Then they got sent to a reservation in Florida.
Is that a punishment?
Wait, is
or
that
a
the Trail
reward?
of Tears, or is that a different?
That's the
tribe?
Cherokee. They had to walk from Georgia to Oklahoma
And a bunch of them died.
to the Indian Territory. Yeah.
Trial of Tears?
Trail.
Trail of Tears. Why not call it what it is? Trail of Death.
Yep, it's a sad, sad story.
Well,
Doesn't
both
sell
fit.
well.
They were crying because a lot of people were dying.
Okay, so I made up a new name for it.
Trail of Death.
Trail of Death.
Trail of Tears sounds good too.
Trial of Tears sounds like a sad game show where you make people sadder.
Trial of Tears.
Trial of Tears. By the way, I copyright that idea. Don't steal it from me.
Too late. It's already been
You
done.
got to put it into a writing and then record it with the U.S. Copyright Office.
Oh, well,
Hey, we don't give free legal advice here.
you write that down. That's worth like $1,200.
Okay, well,
Minutes in.
that was our.
That was our test run on the new mic setup.
Yeah, we got new mics and all kinds of stuff because Andy's a little bit OCD about making us sound really good.
A little
He's
bit.
got like the headphones in. He's got his laptop here. It's pretty impressive.
We're looking almost professional. So anyway, thanks for listening, and you got to share in our first email. If you think you can do better,
Please do.
go ahead and hit us up.
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram at LowFat Podcast. You can email us. Please email us, lowfatpodcast@gmail.com, or you can just search LowFat Podcast and find us on Stitcher, iTunes, and YouTube, or wherever else you pick up your feed. Thank you.